Hi guys, it's me Karen, and I've come to do a picture in Magical Dawn by Hanna Karlzon. And this particular page we're doing is for the Hanna Karlzon 5 color along that is going around. So it's the last page I'll be doing. It was one I was asked as a extra colorist to do, so I'm gonna squish it in. This particular book we are doing a specific color group in this, so it's the pinks, the purples, the blue, and the green, and all the pages are done in that same color line. I will be bringing in black and white like always, but I'm also going to bring in a brown color for the scroll here and the key and lock, and we will be doing some distress ink in the background also, probably in either blue or pink depending on the main color of the bird. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get the camera down and we will get started. So I'll see you in a bit. Alright, I'm going to start off with some purples here. So just a reminder, it's black grape, Parma Violet, and gray lavender. And we're just going to work in dark, medium, and light tones on all these pencils. So we're going to start on the little face up here and put in some of the dark tones around the beak. I'm going to color over the dots because we will be adding stickles, which is a glitter glue on these. So coloring over it is fine by me. I'm also going to add a little cheek here. So we'll just color that in. Right there. Then we'll bring in the Parma Violet, go over the same area we just colored. Extend it out more. And then go in with the gray lavender, go over everything again, and then bring that out. Putting more pressure on this because it is the lightest color and we are burnishing and blending. Okay, we got that done. I'm gonna leave the so sorry, the beak plain for now too, because if I'm bringing color in for the key, the lock, and the thing, I may give the little bird a regular color beak this time. I'm gonna bring the purple down the body here. So we're gonna go back in. I'm gonna have to sharpen this up a little bit. Nicer point on that. I'm going to take this clip off. Okay, and we're going to go in the darkest areas here. Kind of going down the side on these. rotating it so my sharp point will get into the corners. Kind of a medium pressure. I will go back in and darken these areas when I get the other colors applied. So how are you all doing today? I am doing well. It's going to be one of our hottest days here. We have a nice little heat wave coming, so we'll be up in the 90s. Somewhere up there. So we get up early during these kind of days and get everything that we need to get done outside before the sun gets hot. I have to plant some bulbs tomorrow though, so I have to get the area I need to plant those in and dug up and fertilized and watered well. Hopefully I can get them planted before 9 o'clock in the morning. It'll be worth it though, they're really pretty flowers. I have to trim my hydrangeas and my roses again, but they can wait until the heat wave goes. Okay, so we got them all nice and dark there. I'm going to sharpen the Parma Violet. I'm only turning it a couple times. I don't want a sharp point. I just want it sharper than it was. And we're just going to go over that and bring that down. And again, I'm not worried about going over any of these little dots. Be going over those with the stickles. I'm going to glitter this little guy up. Okay, I think I got that on everybody. I'm gonna go in with the grade Lavender. And then kind of blend that in just to the tip. I'm not going to do all of them. Some of these I'm going to leave and do just white. Gives it a nice little highlight to it. So we'll bring in the white. And do some of these too. Okay, then we'll go back in with the black grape and get these nice and dark down here. I don't think I blended those guys over here at all. So I'll bring that in and do that. Okay, and since these are really tiny little areas, you can also bring in a blender just to burnish those up a little bit better and get the pencil down into all the little spots. This is a Caran d'Ache. Probably saying that wrong. Blending stick. Blend that together. I'm going to go up here and blend his little face too. Okay, then we will play with this some more. That's what I do. I want to darken up some more areas here. Alright, so we have purple in the two areas here. We're going to be bringing in some green now. So we have our green tones, and they are the moss green, green ochre, and the putty beige. And I need to sharpen these two, so if you'll hold on a second. So we're going to start off with the moss, and I'm going to kind of do these little areas here. So we're going to darken them up. On one side here. I'm going to do the one around his neck also. I'm going to darken a little bit on this side too. Okay, we're going to bring in the green ochre. Just go over this a little bit. Bring it down on the bottom line. Okay, then we bring in the putty and just blend those down to the middle. Okay, I'm going to bring back in the two darker greens. Just blend over that one a little bit better. This is the moss green. Don't know if I said that. If I didn't, now you know. We're going to do the same here. Moss green. The duster here. The green ochre. Bring some of that down in here too. And then I'll bring in the putty into here. And we have to do that up here at the top. So we put down the moss green. Throw the pencils, Karen. Gee, my crickets. Here we go. A little bit of that. And then the putty. And we will pick up the pencil I threw and add a little bit more of that in here. All right, here we go. And where else would we like to have that? I think we'll bring a little of that up into the wings and these areas here. So the exact same thing. We'll start off with the moss green. You bring it up. You top and bring it down. Do it here too. And on the swing over here. The green ochre. And then the putty. Okay. Go back in with the two darker greens and just brighten those areas up a little bit more. Okay, there you go. Excuse me, I have to check and see what my cat is asking for. Okay, well, we have the green out. I'm going to do the ribbon and the little tiny ribbon up here. So work on the big one down here first. Just working in the same order. The moss green first, and then the green ochre and the putty. So we're just going to bring it down. Bring it up. And my kitty cat wanted water, if you're wondering. He refuses to drink out of a bowl. I don't know if anybody has a cat, but we got him, I was told, when he was supposedly 9 weeks old. But when I ended up taking him to the vet, we got him before he should have been taken away from his mommy. So he was more like 5 weeks. So I basically had to teach him how to eat and how to drink. And he'll sometimes take water from the bowl, but mostly he will just, he likes to have it dripping so he can lap it up on the side. Drinking with his tongue is kind of hard for him. Dripping isn't the best either because little guy's got asthma, and if he drinks and it goes down the wrong way, then I have wheezing for a while. So I have to do it with a very, very slow drip. A little cat fountain. So he can lap it, but he doesn't get it going down the wrong way. And sometimes it's not set at the right speed. So he was letting me know. He takes medication for his asthma. Okay, this is just the putty, just going in here. He's the sweetest cat, though. Just love him to pieces. Okay, and then the one up here on the key. Barely see this one. It's tiny. Is it dark coming out of his beak? I'm going to put in some of the moss in here too. Okay. So we have a lot of green going on. I'll probably put some green down here. I just haven't figured out. Maybe we'll do it right here on these little funky looking tail feathers. So I'll just bring in some of that right here. Darkening up the tips with the moss. Bring in the green ochre. And then the putty. Okay, back in with a little bit of the moss. And then just to make it darker in the darkest areas, I'm going to go in with a black. and just touch those spots. Do that up here. And under in here. And around the neck. Okay. Then we will bring in the pinks. So the pinks are black raspberry, clay rose, and light peach. And we're going to put those in the wings up here first. So in this section of the wings, we're going to put a little around the neck here and some down here in the tail. So we're going to go in with the black raspberry first, and I'm just going to put a line going up this side. Okay, then we're going to go in with the clay rose. Just go over it and bring it down into that little feather a little bit. Okay, then go in with the light peach on the tip. And bring it down into the rest of the feather. Okay, we'll go back in with the black raspberry and bring it back up into the feather also, just to make sure the blend's nice. And then blend it back in with the light peach. Okay. Then on the longest part, we're going to go ahead and start with the peach and bring it down. I'm not sure how far I want it down, but we're just going to bring it in. I'm going to come in with the clay rose, bring it up on one side, and then bring in the black raspberry. Okay, I'm going to bring the eraser and erase that little bit of line there, because I don't like it. And I need to get off some of that green on there. I'm going to put green on it. Make it a little lighter there. And then we'll just go in with the black raspberry on this side. Only going to do these couple leaves here, these feathers here, and then, I mean, you get an idea of what I'm doing, and then I'll do the rest of the little feathers off camera, so you don't have to watch all the little feathers done. Okay, I'll go back over that a little bit with the clay rose, just to soften this little edge up. Okay, then I'm going to come in with white and just blend that tip coming up here. Okay, so that's how those will be done on that side, all the way down. And then we're going to bring in blue up here, if you're wondering what we're going to do with that part. Over here I'm going to put the pink also, so we're going to put the dark on up here. Then put in the rose color. then in with the light peach. And then a little dip of the white. Okay, we'll darken our areas back up with the black raspberry. Get any of those little edges we didn't color terribly well. And we're going to bring the black in here too, in these darkest spots. Just give it a nice shadow. Okay. Gonna switch up the colors a little bit. We're gonna go in with the blues. Sharpen that one. So the blues are indigo blue, slate or blue slate, and sky blue light. All these colors will be down in the description box below in the video, so you'll know what colors I'm using. So we're gonna go in here. This wing is going to have an extra piece of blue in it. This wing only has one, but I'm going to do both of these in blue and this one in one. So we just lay down a little bit of the indigo first. I'm going to go over these in black. So I'm trying not to color them, but if I go over them, it's okay. I can always erase it. Okay. I'm just going to lightly color in this area here. All right, and we're going to go in with the blue slate. Go over that. And then go in with the sky blue light over the last color and into the one section we haven't colored yet. Okay, back in with the indigo into the darkest colors, or darkest areas. Get a nice blend going there. Okay, and we'll do the same thing down here. I'm going to just go over all of these lines, bring that indigo up and down this way. These are going to be done in black. Okay, back in with the slate blue. And the sky blue here. Back over with the indigo. A little more of the slate blue. And back in with the sky blue light just to blend it all in there. I might add a little white in here. Just to brighten up that wing a little bit. Back in with a little bit of the indigo in here in the corners, just to darken that up. We're also going to bring in black, get it nice and dark against the body here, and a nice definition between the green and the blue. That'll work down here in the red also, the pinks. Bring that up. Okay, we'll do the other wing the same way. So we're going to work on the tail down here. I want to bring some pink in here. And I want to bring some blue down in here too. Always a fun thing. Yeah, I think I'll do the these fluffs in. This is black, isn't it? Well, I always want it dark. These little guys in the blues. So I'll just map out the colors here. So it goes with this one. And this one. Little one's easier. This one is over here. One. And how many more do we have? We got some down here too. This one's got to be connected up here somewhere, along with these guys. I'm going to make this a part of it. And that a part. I just don't know where those parts are. And then this way. Make it kind of dark around the scroll area. Okay, and then we have some up here. And then the last two. All right. That's a lot of blue feathers. Okay, we're going to go in with the Slate Blue. Kind of go over all that and bring it up a little bit. I'll do a couple of these and do the rest of them off camera. And I'll do this one under here too. Okay, on this I want to bring this blue up kind of high, not too high, but we're gonna skip the the light blue and go straight into the white, because I want the white touching the next dark one. I didn't color that one with the other color, so wrong one. This color comes in. Okay, not even sure if that's supposed to be purple, but we're making it blue. And then the white. Okay, now we're going to go back in with the indigo and just darken the edge down here a little bit. Okay, so do that on all of them. Okay, and then in any areas that we want really dark, we'll just bring in the black. There's a shadow under here, so we'll darken that up. So I'll just go around and do that kind of thing. So I'll finish the tail in blue and the other wing, and I may put some blue in here. Just have to decide if I want this pink, because I want some pink over here, and if I put pink up here, then I can put blue here and it won't look so blended. I could do this in green too, I don't know. So I'll be back in a second. We have the other wing done, and the tail. I don't know what else I was doing off camera. Finish the tail. What I'm going to do is take my electric sharpener here, and I'm going to lighten up some of the areas here in the pink, or the purple area, the feathers here. So I'm just going to take it and kind of drag it across a couple of the tips, just kind of here and there. Give it like a highlight. The only thing when you do this is you have to make sure you clean off this after a bit, because it will drag the wax right back into the page, and you're going to lose all your little highlighted areas. I just wanted to bring in some highlights here and there on there. It just looked a little muddy to me, so I just think that looks a little better. Just adding a few of those here and there. I also did that on the wingtips up here, and just drag it down on the one side and lighten those up a little bit. I will be going over it with a Posca on the wings, but down in here you can't. So, been debating on the fluffles here, so we're going to do them in pink. I'm also going to bring some pink down into here. So we're going to start down here and bring in the black raspberry on whatever these are. We got beads coming down, so I'm going to think that's a bead. The outside fluffy thingies, the scallops, they're going to be done in black. The beads are going to be done in a stickle. So I'm just going to do the little leafy thing, and I'm going to do them in the pink tones to bring some of that pink down into this section of the page. So black raspberry, and then the rosy beige on top of that, and then the light peach. And that brings some of that pink down into this corner. And I work in threes when I'm doing these pages, because we have, you know, 4 colors, but we need to have it in like 3 different spots of the page. So we have the pink up here in the top of the wings, up here. We have a tiny bit of it over here, but that's why I was thinking I'd do the hair here, and then we'd have the pink down over here. So that gives us our 3 pinks. We only have 2 purples, so I have to figure out another place to put a purple. We have the green in enough of a triangle here, so that works, and the blue, blue, and then I'm doing this place in blue. So purple is my next concern. I may do the lock in purple and the key in purple, and that will give me my triangle on that. So we'll just finish up these little beady things. Just go back in and darken the area you want darken, so they look prettier. I'll do these 3 and then work on something else. Okay, so we will bring down the purple. If I can find all my purples. Purple is a small one. Yeah. Okay, the key here, or the lock, we'll do in purple. So this is the black grape. And we'll go in with the Parma Violet. Gray Lavender. Missed a part of that knot. Okay, the green here. not done. And we'll do the key too. Can we see the key here? So we'll go in with the Grape. Lavender. I'm sorry, that was Parma. Now the lavender. Okay, so now we have more purple there. That'll work. And we'll do the blue up here in the chest to make sure that was blue and not black. You know me, I picked up the black before and started coloring with it. These are going to be every other one of them black, so kind of like a checkered pattern down there. Okay, then we go in with the slate. And then the sky. And that brings down the blue. Okay, so we will add the pink in here, but we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to add the black raspberry in here. Then we're going to bring in henna. Okay, and then we're going to bring in pink rose. And we're just going to bring that up in here. Just so it's not the exact same color as it's up in this area. And then we're going to go in the tip up here with just the white. Okay, so it's just a little bit different than this one, and we're just going to bring it up as dark on the bottom and then light on the way up. So that is the black raspberry, then the henna, and then the pink rose. And then the white. Okay, so we'll do that there. We're also going to do it up here on the top. And we'll bring it down the same way. So the black raspberry. getting warm. You could tell my pencils are really melting. Then the henna. I use this combination on the moth that's in this book, on the underside of the wings of that guy. It's a nice combination too. This is the pink rose. And then bring in the white. It's just enough of a change that it will look good. And that'll bring our 3 pieces of the pink. I still have to decide about this. I think I'm going to do it in one of these main colors. Anyway, I'll finish up our little guys. Fluff here. I was going to call it a mane. Wonder his mane. He's a bird. He doesn't have a mane. We're almost done with this. Forgot that one. And then I will get an ink color out. I think we'll do this little, whatever you call that, in this color too, since I have the pencils out. And then I'll draw some of this down there. And the white. Okay, so we'll add black raspberry, the henna, and the pink. Yeah, that looks cool. Wonder if it would be too pink if I put the pink here. I gotta finish up these guys down here too. Okay, I'll be right back. I'll finish up these little bits down here. Decided to go ahead and do this scroll thing in the pinks, the same color I did up here. Now what I did was I rolled a piece of paper to go kind of the same shape as this. And I'm looking at the shading in here from the light source on the top so I can get the correct shading. Because I wasn't quite sure how to do that. So there's a light on the top, and then there's this dark line here. And then there's kind of a light line underneath it, and then a dark line where the paper creases, and then a light on this part. It's more like this, so I have to kind of I'm going to have the paper up a little bit, but see how it's darker and then it's light. And I'm like, oh boy, this is going to be interesting. So on the piece, I got to follow those lines. So I'm going to make a kind of the darkest area right in there, going across. Okay. And then there's a little bit deeper up here, but not much. Both sides here. There's dark underneath here. So we'll darken that a little bit. And then there's lighter in here on this paper. So we have to kind of do something in that line. Now, excuse me, I'm sorry about that. The one that was really getting me is the inside of the hole here. So this is the inside here, and it's, when it's lit on the top, dark kind of in this curve here, lighter down here, and kind of darker in there. So, having that sit there, I'm going to try to add in the dark lines that I need over on this side. And then lighten it down towards the bottom. And I'm not a perfectionist on this. I just want to have the shadows kind of going where they're supposed to. Okay. So that's kind of the look that I'm getting there. And then when we go this way, we want it darker closest to there in the hole. I want this light and this dark. So we're going to take a little of the dark there. Then go in with the henna here, but not all the way to the top. Okay, then we're going to go in with the pink. And a tiny bit of the white, just right on that edge, to brighten it up a little bit. And then we'll take the dark up here, kind of where the paper is crinkled. Go in with the henna here. I want to leave a light area here also. And then the pink up on the top. Not all the way because we want to put the white up there. Just down to there. And we're going to have to go in between the toes. Bet you're wondering what color I'm going to do those, huh? we darken the areas that I want the darkest. Then I'm going to bring a blending pencil in for this one. So the same on this side. Sorry that this video is long, but I wanted to get it all finished. We're going to ink the background with purple, and I'm going to use the oxide instead of the distress ink because the oxide is lighter in its coloration. Okay, I put a little white in there also at the top, along this edge. So bring it down a little. Just run the white over it, and then I'll blend it too. Okay. Kind of bring in some wrinkles there. Don't want it in the green, but you can always use that to blend it out. So I'm thinking that looks okay. I'll probably touch it up a little here and there. Can't get the pencil. Anyway, I'll play with that. The feet and the beak. I think I'm going to do them in blue. Just add a little more blue down here. So, indigo. And on the beak. I'm going with the slate. And the sky. Put it right into that purple up there. Okay, and on the beak. In the middle of the black, I want to put the line back in. anywhere you want dark. All these little areas are going to be done in black, so kind of give you a bit about that. Done in like that. That needs to be green. These are going to be every other one black. You can do this with a pit pen or a Tombow or whatever you have that you like to use that won't bleed through the paper. All of these will be done in the black. All of these will be done in the black. Okay, all of these up here black, all of this black. These little guys that hang down here, they'll be done in black. I'll have to do a little erasing there. These guys in black. And everything else that is dotted like this will be done in stickles. The little tail pieces down here, these little guys will be black also. So when I get back, I will show you all of it done in black. But I will start inking it for you. Then I'll show you the end product, okay? I have to move the camera up for that. Alright, the Distress Oxide is the exact same color as the Distress ink. But you'll notice there's a big difference in the colors and the pads themselves. So this one is a light and this one is dark. The color is actually pretty dark, but it's translucent on this one, which is your Distress ink. This is the oxide, and it is going to be lighter, creamier, so I have to be careful going around the edges, especially where I have white. But I did this in one other picture, and I kind of like the effect, so it kind of will match. You'll notice also when I go on the pad, there's going to be a lot of ink that comes up. It's a very creamy ink. I'll unroll my paper here. And you'll get a lot of ink on there. And see how it just kind of smears all over. It's almost like if you use chalk ink, it's the same. It's a really thick, creamy ink. So what you want to do, I'm going to tear that. Sorry about that, nice. So I'm going to have to kind of wipe some of it off. So my end frame here, and I'm going to put it on. So my ink pad here, or ink sponge, has got enough on it just by tapping it. You can see how much it has. We're just going to kind of go in next to the bird and see if you can see that. It's already gotten on the pencil, so I have to wipe it off. When you're using the Distress ink, it doesn't do that, but this will blend in really nicely. Just go around here and pull some of this down. So just use very light pressure. And bring some of that down in here. You can go over the pencil a little bit, but you might want to get a rag and wipe it right off so it doesn't cover up what you just colored. Okay, so if you put it on too thick, just wipe some off. I got a lot of this on here. I didn't realize how much. And the more you rub on these, the better they blend together. It's a lot different from the Distress ink, but it gives a really cool effect when I add water to this, which is what I'm going for. Just kind of go over it and over it and over it and blend. I do not want to mess with what I did there. So especially around the white. Add some in here. That kind of turns it purple. Get that wiped off. Okay. This is an interesting mess here. We're going to add water to it now. Just kind of spray a little here and there. Let it sit for a minute and then wipe it all up. A little more down here. That's a lot of water. And just a bit more up here. And if there's any area you want lightened, you just add a little bit more water to it. And say if there was a place you got really dark and you wanted it to look a little more blended, you would just spray that area with a little tiny bit of water, and it will blend right in. It gives you different effects on there. Add a little bit more up here. There you go. Okay, we're going to let that dry. If you want to know, it does not bleed through to the other side, so just let you know that. I'm going to let this dry. Then I'm going to go in. If you notice, I put in some of the black. I'm going to do this wing over here, and then we're going to put stickles on and probably a little white Posca. I will, at the end of the video, show you what it looks like in a picture. So I thank you guys for watching, staying with me for this extremely long video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button. Subscribe if you like, if you haven't already. Thank you very much if you have. I really appreciate your support. So I will see you in another video. So bye now, guys. I hope you had fun and take care.